Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. It's Thursday, November 24th, and if you're watching this, you've already seen the thumbnail and the title. You know this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. This is going to be kind of a channel update slash honest heart-to-heart talk about some things. So I'm just here making a little bit of coffee down here by a creek. I'm just randomly out exploring. I came up to the Poconos looking to find some snow. Most of the snow's melted where I'm at, but it's nice to see a little bit of it here. You know, I love the winter. First thing I want to say, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. It's November 24th, and Thanksgiving, one of my favorite holidays. It combines all the things I really like: football, food, friends, family. Not necessarily in that order, but all four of those things. It also happens to be around the same time as my birthday and my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. So yeah, always one of my favorite holidays. The next thing I want to talk about is something I call the elephant in the room, or let's call it the buffalo in the room. So I want to explain why I never made a video on the YouTube meetup back at Little Buffalo State Park in 2020, back in June. So what happened was we had our second annual YouTube meetup. I did post some pictures of it on Instagram, and it was a tremendous success. We had 25 creators come out, at least, mostly YouTubers, some Instagrammers. We had 37 people, I believe, show up to the event. Some folks arrived at Little Buffalo State Park to camp on Friday evening. I got there Saturday morning. There was about 10 or 12 of us at least in the campground, and the rest showed up Sunday morning. And basically what happened, to make a long story short, is just checking my coffee there. I screwed up. I erased the video files from the meetup. I had taken a ton of video. I was looking to make a great video showcasing the event and what it's about. And I realized about a week later what I had done, and I was really upset about it. Not so much for my sake, but for the sake of all the other channels out there that I wanted to showcase and mention and introduce you, the audience, to. That was really my goal. And the thing about it is, it's like, you know, if I had gone and done a hike and went through all the effort of filming it and all of that, and then made the same mistake, I would be really upset about that. I'd be pissed off, but I could always re-hike it and refilm it. But this was a one-of-a-kind event with amazing people, and I'm really, it can't be recreated. And I'm really just sorry for the smaller channels and some of the folks that I really wanted to show. And but that's what happened. And the thing is like, I didn't know how to address it, so I did what I do in life. I just ignored it and pretended like it would go away or fix itself. And a lot of time went by and nobody really called me out on it. There were so many other videos made that you could watch, or you may have already watched. But you know, that's not the way to handle things, to ignore them. That never fixes them. But finally, at least, I'm addressing it and saying, at that time, I had gone on my Pennsylvania Wilds road trip. I had all these video files on all these little SD cards, and I had all this memory and all this stuff, and I just erased the files by mistake. I actually did that with another video I did, another collaboration video with a couple other YouTubers, to a really unique formation called the Whaleback, which is a huge geological formation, and that was a real bummer too. So I lost both of those videos, but that's what happened there. All right, so the next thing I want to briefly discuss on is like just where we're at with the channel right now. Just recently passed 7,000 subscribers. Subscribership is growing incredibly. A lot of the backpacking videos I've done have really helped propel that. So things are going really good there. However, actual engagement with the channel, views, and like likes and comments and things like that are actually down a bit, which is kind of weird. But I'm currently, if you're watching this, putting out my series from Hocking Hills, Ohio. It'll be a four video series. I've already put out 2. There'll be 2 more. And Hocking Hills, Ohio is a really fascinating place. There's a really unique geology there called Blackhand sandstone. And this rock formation, through glaciation and erosion over the years, has created all these cliffs and caves and gorges and waterfalls. Now, when we were out there last month, the waterfalls were dry because we're in a drought. But it's a fascinating place. So I never knew Ohio could be so scenic and so beautiful, but it was. And make sure you check out those videos if you can. I'll also be soon releasing a video from my trip to the New Jersey Pine Barrens, and I'm also going to have a video on an exploration I did of a Native American rock shelter that dates back to at least 5,000 years. That's kind of an off-the-radar spot. It's kind of something I'm really interested in, so that's coming up too. And I have pictures of all that, pictures of a lot of that stuff on Instagram. But yeah, that's another thing too. I know I mentioned this before, but like today, for example, I'm not filming a video other than this video here, but I do post a lot of my hikes on Instagram now, and you can just find me there at Walter Zolna on Instagram if you're curious about what I'm up to. And sometimes, not every place I go to I decide is like video worthy. Sometimes I scout places out. Sometimes I just don't feel like filming, because filming a video is really, for the way I do it, it's really difficult. And I guess that leads roughly into what this video is really about, what this update is really about. So I feel like I've kind of gotten to a point with my channel. It's almost 5 years ago now that I started this channel. It's actually about 5 years and like 2 months since I posted my first video. And it's hard to believe it's been that long. And I feel like I've in a little bit of a lull right now. That's why I'm calling it like a YouTube midlife crisis, because I'm not really sure where I want to go with things. I'm not sure what the path forward is. But I think in order to understand what the next 5 years may bring, or if there will be another 5 years, or what the future holds, I think it's important to understand what we started, where we started, what the last 5 years have been about, and what we've accomplished. So when I first started this channel, I didn't know crap about technology, and anyone who knows me will tell you that. They'll tell you I had a flip phone not very long before I started my channel. I found this little place, drove past it on my way into Tobyhanna, and I decided to stop on my way back. It's called Austin T. Blakesley Natural Area. And it was about 3 years of watching YouTube. I discovered the hiking in nature genre, and I became absolutely obsessed with it. And I love nature and hiking and being outside so much that anytime I wasn't able to actually be out here, I wanted to virtually hike. And so I really got into it, and I decided I was going to try to make my own channel, which I did. So that was the first goal that I set and I accomplished, which sounds trivial, but for me it actually wasn't. So so the next goal I set out to achieve was to get in touch with my creative side that I had lost touch with over the years. 20 years working in construction, almost 30 years working in the store, and your life gets into a routine, and you become like, you know, they call it like a working stiff, I think. You kind of go through the motions every day, starts feeling like the same, and you develop a pattern. And when I was younger, I was like really into like music, like making music, creating music, writing, drawing, just a lot of like, they called it like liberal arts stuff. History, religion, philosophy, art, culture. And I got away from that, but creating this channel has allowed me to get in touch with that creative side of me. So that's another goal that I set out initially that I've achieved. Now I'm telling you about these goals because part of the issue of where I'm at right now is I've pretty much achieved like every goal I've set out to achieve, and that's why I'm questioning what comes next. And that's why I'm having this honest conversation with you. This is just me talking out loud, thinking things out, and speaking to you guys because you're my audience, and without you, I don't even have a channel. Nothing like a good cup of coffee outside, sitting by the creek here. All right. So one of the things I wanted to do with the channel was inspire people to get outside because of the tremendous positive effect nature and hiking and being outside has on me. And again, I have to say, I checked the box, accomplished that. You know, I have at this point thousands of comments. And look, let me just say, none of this is bragging, and none of this is me trying to be condescending or show, and nothing like that at all. I'm just sincerely running through the thoughts in my head. But I think with the channel, I have inspired folks to get outside. I have inspired folks to see the world, and you know, that's something that was really important to me. I'm 46 years old, and you know, I'm single, not married, don't have kids. Didn't think my life would turn out this way. And when things go like that, sometimes I think as you get older in life, you want to contribute to society. You want to feel like you've accomplished something or done something for the betterment of the world. And I think by creating this channel and posting these videos, this has been my attempt to, if anybody out there got enjoyment or some laughs or some smiles or learned something or got some entertainment or found some value in this channel, that's really, really important to me. Okay? And I think, if I'm being honest, I think that I've accomplished that goal. I think I've achieved that. I think I've also inspired other creators. I know folks have told me that they started a channel not just maybe because of me, but partially because of seeing me do it. I know other creators have told me that I've inspired them to create better content or change their content. So I'm happy about that. That's another box checked. So another one of the really important goals to me for my channel was I wanted to do something different than what everyone else out there was doing. And when we go back to the period before I actually started my channel, and I was watching other channels and I was learning and seeing what people were doing and what I liked and didn't like, and at that time everyone was like largely like holding the camera in front of them and showing the trail and talking, and there wasn't a lot of creativity, a lot of editing going on. And I wanted to do the complete opposite. And I wanted to ultimately set a standard where my channel was considered one of the best channels out there in Pennsylvania for what I do, for cinematography, for videography. And I'm biased, and it's purely subjective. It's just my opinion, but I think I've succeeded at that. You know, I think I've really accomplished that goal by filming in 4K, by filming in the widescreen format, adding those black bars, by using the walk-by shots, by filming at 24 frames per second. Everything I've done was to create a vision and create a unique look and feel for my channel that was distinct from all the other channels out there. And I think I've achieved that. I've put my heart and soul into every single video I've made, with the music, with the editing, and I kind of gotten to a point now where I'm not sure where to go moving forward, because I can't make the videos any better, I don't think. I think I've squeezed as much orange. I've squeezed as much juice out of the orange as I'm going to get. And it has me wondering, like, just like, what are the next steps forward? My goal in my quest to differentiate myself and set a standard, I think it's affected some, maybe affected other creators as well. And this is going to sound like conceited or bragging or something, but again, it's not. And I didn't invent anything, and I don't own the rights to anything, but I think compared to 5 years ago compared to now, I see a lot of other content creators out there like doing similar stuff to what I do, and I'm talking about in terms of like how they film and how they present the videos and how they score them with music and the editing and the styling and stylistically, and in some ways that's very flattering. In some ways that's also kind of annoying because I want to be different, but I understand that's how things goes. That's how things go. But the bottom line here, before I lose my track of thought, is it's now 2024, I'm 5 years in, and I'm not sure what I should do with the channel. And I'm feeling maybe like I'm a little bit burned out, or maybe I'm hitting a little bit of a creative block. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. And I don't want this video is not about like, oh, I'm fishing for compliments, and I'm not fishing for compliments, and like, please tell me how great I am. No, it's nothing like that at all. Please, it's not. I'm just curious, if you're a creator out there, how do you feel? Where do you see yourself a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now? What do you think about the YouTube experience? Has it been what you hoped? Has it been more than what you hoped? Less? Have you accomplished your goals? Do you have goals for your channel? And if you're watching this and you've been a subscriber for a long time or even a short time, what do you think about the hiking in YouTube genre? Like, what do you think I should do? Just keep plugging away, doing what I'm doing? Maybe change things up completely? I just don't really know. I'm not really sure. But it's been an amazing experience. I've got to work with people who I idolized, people like Cliff the Wandering Woodsman. I've been able to host 2 YouTube meetups. I'm very, very proud of that, because that took everything in my power to do that, because it's so antithetical to who I am in terms of like me being like a very shy, like introverted person, but to put myself out there. And it's that the YouTube meetup thing, it's not about me, it's just about us as a community of creators, an amazing community, and just trying to get together, trying to support each other and keep this community going, which I'm trying to do. But I guess I'm struggling a little bit right now. But I guess we all do. So I think in summation, that what I'm getting at is, I had a goal, I had a dream, I accomplished it. I crushed it. I did everything I wanted to do. I pushed myself. I kept going. There were times when I wanted to quit, but I didn't. There were moments where I couldn't figure it out, but I did figure it out. And now it's like, I did all that. So what's next? What do you think I should do? Let me know down in the comments below. But I'm not quitting on you. I have 4 or 5 videos. I have 2 videos already filmed that are ready to be uploaded. I have 2 more videos that need to be worked on. I got a lot of content still to go, but maybe in the winter time, maybe I take a little break. I don't know. I've just been talking out loud here. I've been talking too long, I guess. I'm rambling. YouTube midlife crisis. I thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys. And one more thing I want to say. If you're able to, it would really mean a lot to me for any of you out there. If you've been thinking about joining me on Patreon and following on and helping support me on Patreon for as little as $3 a month, which is a cup of coffee, that's 10 cents a day. you can help me a lot with the financial cost of making these videos. Because I think what people just don't realize is every video I make costs me like at least $100. Just today, for example, 2 hours driving one way each, that's 4 hours of driving, plus tolls on the turnpike, that's a tank of gas, plus tolls, plus every month, you know, paying for the music, Epidemic Sound, paying for the thumbnails through Canva every month, paying for the software, editing software. It's really a lot, and that doesn't even get into like the time I spend editing. And I actually did the math, and if you really want to play with the math, if I spend 30 hours a week from concept to filming to editing to uploading, let's say 30 hours, I think that's a fair, honest assessment for each video. And if I look at what I make per hour, what an hour's worth in my time, you know, now you're talking about well over $1,000 for each video. So if you could join me on Patreon, and I hate to ask, and it sounds like I'm begging, but I think I owe it to myself, don't I? For the time and the effort, and like I tell you, I put everything into every video. If you can support me, great. And if you can't, that's okay too. I know times are tough. I know the economy, it's hard for working people, and I hope it gets better coming up. But just had to throw that in there too. So, all right, that's it, guys. I thank you. I appreciate you. I love all of you out there. Thank you for supporting me through all this. I'll figure it out, but this is just a cup of coffee and a talk. And let me know what your thoughts are from you creators and you subscribers as well. What do you think about all this? All right, guys. Take care. Gator out.